Hey there, hunting family. I'm just taking a break here in the tree. It's opening day archery season 2024 in Pennsylvania. Got into the tree pretty early this morning. Came out here, real heavy dew on the grass. My boots were soaked walking through the fields to get out here until I got to this tree stand, but set up in this tree. I'm overlooking this beautiful corn field and got bean field here. Watch the sunrise. Just a beautiful morning. And coming out here, I thought to myself, well, it's the first time in a few days where we haven't had rain. The sun's shining right now. It's gonna be a nice, not too cold day, but not too warm day. I'm just going to enjoy my first sit in the tree this year. And let me tell you, I've thoroughly enjoyed this sit. Driving into this spot, we saw at least 9 different deer crossing roads out in the fields, and you knew that they were moving this morning. And the leaves are falling. There's a little bit of a southern breeze. The wind's just right. Once I got into the stand, we watched the sun come up. I saw a nice little, really early on at 7:30, I saw a nice little basket rack buck. He was actually coming across this field faster than I could get the camera up to get the camera on him. And I didn't really get nothing but the tail end shot of him, running through. But it's just cool to see deer movement. A little bit later on, up here in the corner of this field where it meets the forest, I saw movement, and there were 4 doe moving through. And so I thought I was going to have a chance at them coming down past my stand out into the field, but they didn't. They stayed in that forest, in that wooded area, and they just worked their way out. I saw one other hunter, and I figured they were going down towards him because I saw his flashlight coming in. So I know there's another guy in the woods here not too far from me. I sat a little bit longer, and they must have turned around, or I had a different group, because I had a group of 3 doe walk out right in front of my stand, right here in the front of the field, and I got myself a decent shot at one of them. That was about 2 hours ago, maybe. And so, like I said, this has been a thoroughly enjoyable hunt. I did give it about 2 hours. I got down, I checked, we've got good blood. I hit it a little far back. So my problem in my mind is, how far did it run? But I did check, we've got good blood, and I'm certain that deer's down somewhere. So I'm just giving it a little bit longer for my hunting partner, who's not too far from me. I'm going to let him hunt for a little bit longer. I'm going to sit in the tree here. I had my celebratory candy cake snacks, and just loving archery season. So far, so good. We got one on the ground. We just need to retrieve it. I will be checking in a little bit later. Stay wild, hunting family. Alright, here's the stand I was hunting out of. I'm looking over this field here. And these doe came walking right down this trail, right out of this corner. Out in the field, we're gonna go check to see the point of impact and where that might have been. See if I can locate my arrow. Tall grass. This is a great bedding area. And where were those deer? Last shot. Alright. So right here you see fresh droppings. That was one of the deer. More. So they're going down through this way. Yeah. Right here. Right there. Got a little blood. So I'm gonna do a little bit of, yep. There's more blood in here. Doesn't look like a fantastic hit. We're gonna have to do some trailing. All right, here's our point of impact, and that blood looks dark. I hit this deer back, toward the back. Wasn't a good hit, but I got, you know, there's blood everywhere here spilling out, so I'm fairly confident. That we're gonna find this guy. More blood everywhere you look. That looks a lot better. A lot better. Here we go. And the question is, how far did this deer run? I see a blood trail. Heck, you can see it. You can see that red all the way from here. Let's see how far she ran.
It's my hunting log from opening day of bow. We get into the stand about 5:30, 6 o'clock after my hunting partner finally arrived at my house. We get up here, I set him up in his stand, and I go around and get into my stand. We're texting back and forth to see how everything is going throughout the morning. I had 3 of them come by. 1 I let walk and 2 weren't in range. And apparently we got somebody who's got 1 down here on opening day, so we'll turn the camera over to him. You're rolling.
All right, so I'm up in this stand in this spot right here, and basically watching over this field, and I'm watching the corner up here. And basically, what happened was early in the morning, like real early in the morning, I had a small little basket buck, probably a small 6-point, come busting out of this corn and cutting across the field. But he was like right on top of me. I couldn't even get my camera out and get a picture of him or anything. But it was good because we saw that there was movement. Prior to us getting here, we had probably seen like 9 doe moving. I mean, they were moving this morning. It was an awesome day. It was just awesome. So anyway, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes later, I see movement in the woods up here in this corner where they like to come out of. And I've got 3 doe, 3 small doe, and then a big lead doe. But the lead doe was hanging behind. It wasn't like the lead doe, but so I watched them, and I got the camera set up, and I thought, if they walk out here, I'm going to get a shot at one and get it on film. But what ends up happening is they didn't come out. I watched them walk through it, maybe 5 yards in the woods, all the way down here, 150 yards. So no problem. I settle in. It's a beautiful morning, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I look down, and the next thing you know, maybe an hour later, these 3 doe are walking right through, like right down in front of this stand here. So I had them come in here. They were probably about 10 yards into this tall stuff, and basically I had 3 sets of eyes on me, and I was sitting down. I got my bow off the hook, and they weren't real big deer, but you know, I got the bow off my hook because I got my camera on here, and I wanted to try to get some film with the Tacticam. And the one deer stopped and was really looking at me. She knew something wasn't right, but she moved on. And then the next doe was looking at me. She knew something wasn't right, but she moved on. As soon as they had all 3 of their backs to me, I got to stand up. And when I stood up, I drew the bow. And so at that point, I was almost committed. And one of them turned, gave me a shot. I hit it probably about 25 yards. I've got good blood out here. We're getting ready to go track it right now. The blood was a little bit dark. I know I hit this deer further back than what I would have liked. But there's a blood trail that's probably wider than my hips. So I'm pretty happy with what we got. We're gonna see if we can go find my arrow and clean up this doe. All right, we found the arrow, and you can see she worked it out of her, and that shaft is covered clean up to a little bit of blood on the knock here. So we got blood. We're trailing. Keep you posted.
I might have saw that she was with.
Just get down to droplets of blood here at this point. A little bit. We're going to make the bend here, and this is where we found her. So we definitely did not get a good hit on her, but she ran, I don't know, 75 to 100 yards, and she's down. So we got her, bro.
Here we go. Day one.
This is
already in the freezer.
Success for my hunting guide, who set me in the right spot, who set me up. We got meat in the freezer on the first day. Nothing to it.
For dinner.
We're gonna go fry them up. Wow, what a day. Opening day of archery season couldn't have been more perfect. We saw plenty of deer, the weather was absolutely ideal, and most importantly, we've already got meat in the freezer. This is just the beginning of what's shaping up to be an incredible season. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the hunts we've got lined up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there in the woods on the next one. Stay wild.